Hi friends, it's Laura. I have another What Sold on Whatnot video for you today, kind of. It was a pretty slow show today, a little bit disappointing. Not my worst show, also not nearly my best. I sold a total of 10 items today for $155 before fees. After fees, it should come to about $130 or so. The real amount will be in the description box below. I sold to 6 customers, 2 of whom are new to me. So that was nice. And yeah, 150, 130, whatever, not amazing. Definitely not my worst. I've had some $70 shows, I've had some $40 shows. This is definitely preferable, but I obviously prefer to I'm pretty comfortable in that $200 to $300 range. I feel like that's worthwhile. If this was like a routine kind of amount, I don't, this is a little harder to put all that effort in for. Despite the low dollar amount, I think I had 2 items today that got bid up a little bit, but we're going to get into it and see what it is. Let's see. It's just pretty slow. Yeah. All right. Let's start seeing what we've got going on here. My first item is a repeat buyer for me, and they purchased this shirt, super adorable little stretchy polo shirt. Love it so much. So I'm going to get this shipped up, wrapped up, shipped out. So I've been noticing that my shows have not had as much activity when I first start them. It used to be that I would start a show at 10 a.m. and I would have this like rush of people early in the show, and then it would kind of die out and not really pick up again. And then for a while, the rush at the beginning was less, it was still more of a rush, but not as much. And but I would get a little bit more activity if I managed to stay on until noon or so. And that has been shifting slowly kind of in that direction. There's been less and less activity early in the show, and I've been having a little bit more success if I manage to stay on later. So I think I might change up what I'm doing very slightly. Let's see. Let's go to the next package before I ramble on about that. So my next customer is also a repeat buyer, purchased 2 items. So purchased this. Oh, I don't know if I said this polo shirt sold for $15, which you probably are not surprised by because that's what most of my stuff sells for. This dress, let's see. Okay, so this is one of the items that got bid up. It's a Y2K stretchy mesh dress. This went for $19. It started at 15, sold for 19. Rizzo, once again, Rizzo has been nowhere. That's not true. She was present during my show, and then she like went off and slept somewhere else. This is not working. And now, of course, that I need to use this table to fold inventory, she's back to lay right in the middle of everything and obstruct all my all my tasks. See what I can manage here. So I think that I've been noticing for a long time that things are slower early on, and the activity doesn't really start sometimes until like 10:30, sometimes even a little later. And then I do have some better activity around the noon to 12:30 time frame. The second item that this person purchased, sorry, I know I jump back and forth, but I think, let's see, I believe these are also the thing that got bid up, which is really cool. So yes, these pants, these are like a lingerie kind of pant. These sold for $21. Yay! I believe I had them starting at 15. So they got bid all the way up to 21. So that's really cool. So fun. I was going to try and do a styling video with these pants and it failed miserably. And I guess I will not be able to do that now, but that's okay. I'll find something else to style up for a video someday. So anyway, my my bulk of my activity has been happening a little bit later in the show. And I didn't stay on that long today. I jumped off around, I think it was like 10 after 12, quarter after 12, something like that. I wasn't getting a, a I, I want to call it a second wave. Today it wasn't even really, there was no wave that really happened. I had some stuff here and there. It was a very slow show. I did have a lot of good chatty people in there, which I really appreciate. That was nice. But the buying and requesting and stuff, that was not really jamming. So I jumped off a little earlier. Like I think it's been better if I stay on to like 12:30, 12:45, but I just wasn't feeling it today, so I didn't bother staying. All right, let's see. I am going to do this next one. This is a repeat buyer who purchased this skirt, a 50s cotton circle skirt. I love it. And this sold for $15. It's so adorable. Very excited for that. And it's tiny. It's like a 24-inch waist. So I'm happy that it's going to its new home. So yeah, so I think what I'm going to do as an interim change, this is not like a big change, but I think I'm going to start my shows at 11 instead of at 10 a.m. Uh, not as like a way to garner more sales or anything like that. It's just, it can be a long show for me. And so to have this first half hour where nothing's happening, it makes me whatever. It like why sit here and run a show for half an hour when nothing's really going on? So I think I'm going to start trying them beginning at 11 a.m. and see how that goes. I do think that I probably would do better with some other larger scale kind of change, like a different day, a different time of day altogether. In the past, I've tried to do other stuff that it hasn't worked out well, but it's been a very long time since I tried to do that. This next item is this really fun little terry cloth. It looks like a hot mess on the hanger. It's very cute on. It's like this wrap style, and I don't know if it's swimwear or lingerie, but it's very cute. And this sold for $10. And also, it's worth noting that this was like not worth all of the work that I put into it. When I first got it, it had some kind of stain. So I stain treated it, sent it off to the laundromat. Stain came out. Then I got it, and I had to reinforce a button, and there was like a seam that needed some work. And I did all of that. And then I modeled it and described it and then sold for $10. But that's how it goes sometimes. And I'm definitely starting to feel more like I have to preserve and rescue vintage pieces, not just because they're vintage, but also just like, trying to like reuse kind of stuff, like, just appreciating the stuff that we have. Anyway, so this sold for 10. So that's good. Kept it out of a landfill, as they say. Not the reason why I do this, but I'm definitely leaning more in that direction. Like I want to start saving more of the pieces. I don't want to pick up pieces that need work, but when I do, I feel more like I am responsible for mending them and getting them new homes. It's really annoying because it's so much work. Anyway, next, these make me sad because they went for so cheap, but this person hopefully is excited about getting a real steal. These sold for $15. This is to a new to me buyer, so that's also great. And again, it's always fun when a new to me buyer gets like an exceptional deal, because then maybe they'll come back. But it's also exciting when a repeat buyer gets an exceptional deal because I like rewarding them for being repeat buyers. So whatever. These red plaid pants, they looked so good on me. Part of me wanted to keep it, but I won't wear red plaid pants. So, anyway, I'm very happy that someone is going to enjoy these. They're so cute. I have a person that I know somewhat in my personal life who commented on my Instagram photo about these, like, oh, where, what's your shop again? Where can I find these? And I just hadn't like answered it again because I knew they were going to be in the Whatnot show. And, I don't know if this person would have signed up for Whatnot or anything, but anyway, now they're sold. So, all right. Sold for $15. Makes me a little bit sad, but here we go. So there. All right. And the last package I have has 4 items, all going to a new to me buyer, which is very exciting for me. So yay. Rizzo is in the way. Okay. I'm going to move this computer a little bit. I think everything sold for starting bid, which was $15 for each item. So I've got these purple 80s pants. They're very cool. Let's see. We'll get these folded up. So yeah, I think I'm going to start doing my Thursday shows beginning at 11 a.m. I don't know when. Next week is Thanksgiving. I am going to do a Thanksgiving show because I can. I can do the show and then still go to like Thanksgiving at my family. Let's see. Hold on one second. So there's pants. All right. Next item that she purchased was another pair of pants. These are Levi's. amazing. And they're kind of tiny, not like crazy tiny, but small, like a 28-inch waist, size small. But they're so cool. I love these. And let's see. So yeah, I can still do Thanksgiving Day show and then go to dinner with my family. Considering doing, and so that'll probably start at 10 a.m. still because I don't want to try starting later and then run whatever. So I'll do that one normal. I haven't decided if I'm going to do a Black Friday show or not. Whatnot's running a promotion where they charge no seller fees. So I kind of want to take advantage of that, but also 2 days in a row, I don't know. It would just be the same inventory that I either had in the previous show or I would use inventory that I already have. I wouldn't go out and source new stuff for Black Friday. The next item that she purchased is this little 2-piece twin set. I love this thing. I got this from the estate sale with all the nylons, which I think is also where the purple pants came from. So this thing is so cute. So Black Friday, maybe I'll do a sale. I haven't decided. And then I guess the Thursday after that, maybe that's when I would start doing the show at 11 instead of 10. I feel like I would benefit from just a different time of day altogether. I think there's more sellers in the women's vintage category than there used to be. I think the dynamic has shifted a lot. It's Whatnot is a very impulse driven platform. And I think it's very easy for people to learn about it and get like super hooked on it for a period of time, but then kind of at some point realize like, hey, I'm really addicted to this platform. Or they just, get over the novelty of it and become less frequent users. So, because I used to have very regular people in my shows, but those very regular people change over time. So it'll be, somebody will be coming into my show for a few months and then kind of disappear. But then there's different people that are coming in for a few months. And that kind of trend happens frequently to me. So I think that's just kind of the nature of Whatnot. But I do think that also means that maybe it's time to revisit changing up my show schedule. We'll see. This dress, I forgot to show it to you. A little disco era velour dress, very cute. Also sold for $15. And that metallic twin set, this thing, sold for $15 too. That one, I wish it had gone for more. I also, like, when I looked at it, when it sold, I was like, why did I list that for $15? But I feel like at the time that I listed it too, I also had that conversation with myself, like, let's just do it for 15. It'll be a good deal. And it is. It's great. So, I like it too much. Whenever I like something too much, I don't want to sell it cheap. I need a little bit of a lint roller here because there's a couple hairs on this velour that don't want to come off. Anyway, so we'll see. I haven't made any decisions yet. I'm scared to try and change things up, honestly, because in the past, when I've tried to make those changes, I've tried to start shows at noon before. I've tried to start shows at 6 at night or at 8 at night, things like that. And it hasn't always gone well for me, but there's definitely a period that you have to get through whenever you kind of try to establish yourself at a new time. You got to retrain your algorithm. And that's always a rough period to get through. So I haven't wanted to do it, but things are very variable on there. Just because 6 p.m. didn't work a year ago doesn't mean it wouldn't work now. The other thing that would be really nice is, like, imagine if I was doing my sourcing on Wednesdays and then I had until Tuesday of the following week to get my inventory loaded up. What? Now, would I do that? Probably not. I probably would go sourcing on Wednesday and then procrastinate everything. But it's a nice fantasy to engage in. And it would be good as far as it would make the video process easier, probably, because I could come home, do my, sourcing, come home and do a haul video. And then I would not have to immediately jump into loading everything up for a show for the following day. Rizzo, man, why are you laying here? I feel like every time I fold this dress, she gets new hair on it. She's laying right here. Okay. Anyway, there's that. So that's everything that I sold. Isn't that sad? Well, depressing. But but I made sales, so that's good. And I have some Etsy sales going out today. Nothing major. Oh, I'm running a 30% off sale in my Etsy shop for, the whole Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber, whatever Etsy's calling it. And everything, though, I've sold a lot of lower dollar stuff so far. Not everything is included in the sale, not necessarily on purpose on my part. It just, I guess, like I initiated the sale at whatever point, and then anything I've listed since then, Etsy has not added into the sale, so that's fine. I have made some full price sales since then. But the stuff that I've got going out today is all I've got, like these hair clips that I normally sell for $10 shipped, which is like nothing. And because shipping is so expensive now. Shipping is seriously like $4 to $5 for those things, and they don't even weigh 2 ounces in the package. So, $10 shipped is nothing. And now that they're on 30% off, they're $7 shipped. So it's kind of like giving them away for free for me after fees and shipping, but whatever, it's fine. So I sold 2 different barrette sales and then like a purse and I think a skirt. So, nothing major, but a little bit coming in, and that's nice. And at least there's some algorithm activity, unlike eBay, which has forsaken me this week. But that's it. And also, can we look at this? Okay, hold on. We all know I did a hair video not that long ago, and I'm embarrassed by it. But this is like the nice side. This is what it should look like. But this side, for some reason, yesterday I filmed my haul video and my hair on both sides looked like this when I started. And then when I was finished, this side was all straight. I have no idea what happened. It looks ridiculous. And it actually looks a little bit better now. But yesterday, this was up here and this was down here. Like the most ludicrous looking thing. I don't know what I did to it. So that's fun. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that you enjoyed it a little bit. It's so short, like not even 18 minutes long. And even with my rambling, we still didn't get to anything longer, but that's okay. You need a break. So thanks for watching. I will see you again soon.